I'm done smoking, and this is what I came up with, and this is the back view. Yes, so now what you're going to do is you take your already drafted body's pattern. Mine, I want something like a boat neck on mine, so that's why I drafted mine this way. So the width of my neckline is 5.55 and a half, and the depth is 3 inches. So what you're going to do is you take your pattern and then you open it wide and place it on your smoked fabric, and then you can use a bodice pattern that has allowance, or the one that doesn't have allowance. I don't want any allowance. This is stretchy on its own, so I don't want more allowance. So if you want, you can, but I'm not using any allowance on this. So what you're going to do is, now that you've placed it, you're going to mark on the fabric. Just mark your lines. That's what you're going to do, and just mark by the sides too. Then when you're done marking, if you have an electric machine or a machine that has a zigzag stitch, when you're done marking, use your zigzag stitch to lock where you've marked. Don't cut, lock where you've marked round your whole pattern that you've marked on the fabric. Then when you're done, you can now cut. Just zigzag round, or if you don't have a machine that can do zigzag, I think you should place, if you're using a manual machine, place your stitch regulator between 8 to 9, and then, or just look for any tiny stitch and go all over the places that you've marked, like twice or thrice, to lock it. Then when you're done, you cut. So the method of placing your pattern on the smoked fabric, it's suitable for making gown, for making tops, for making sleeves also. Yes, so I'll go ahead and cut my back bodies. My back bodies, I won't smoke it, it'll just be a straight, just straight. I'm not going to smoke it. And so if you want to cut your lining, for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my lining on, I'm going to place my pattern on my linen fabric, and then I'm going to from here I'm going to mark 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, and then for this edge below here, I'm going to add like 2 to 3 inches, maybe 2.5. I'm going to add 2.5, and I'll cut for the front. The reason for this is because this elastic, mine is, this became stretchy, so since I didn't add any allowance, when I'm fixing my lining, I'm going to draw. I'm going to like draw it so that it should spread evenly. Because when you draw it, it brings out it gives you this beautiful effect. So that is what I'm going to do on mine. So so you draw your lining when you draw this when you're fixing it on your lining. So as I said, what you're going to do is just mark, then when you get here, add 1.5 from here, 1.5, and from here 2.5 from down here. So when you're done with that, you cut your back, you fix your zip, and then I'll show you how mine came out when I was done sewing it. I'm not going to sew it now because there's no power supply, there's no light. Yes, so when I'm done with my top, you see how it comes out.